Hi, I'm Tyler Darcy. I'm a tree planter, a biologist. I live on Vancouver Island. I love trail running. Yeah, so I love just running in general, just on flat surfaces, on roads and stuff. But when you're doing it in that sense, you have to be really sharp. And then you're also not in the forest, so just like for pure enjoyment and just the casualness, I love trail running. You can just like take it easy in the forest. You can pick your lines. You're just like a lot more relaxed. You can just do it at any time. You don't need that long of an effort to be satisfied. You like hit a 30-minute trail run and it can be really substantial and give you a lot. If you wanted to do a 30-minute bike ride, it's almost like not even worth getting kitted up. So it's really satisfying for a busy person because you can fit in a high level of training or just like high quality workouts and also really excellent adventures if you're doing it on the trail. So yeah, it fits. On Vancouver Island on the west coast, there's this trail called the Juan de Fuca Trail. It's 47 kilometers along the coast. It's really rugged. There's a lot of backcountry camp spots along, and so people will hike it in usually 4 days, 3 nights. And yeah, as soon as I moved to the island, I was like, that is ascendable distance.
Yeah, Juan de Fuca is a highly technical trail, lots of routes, lots of short spurts of elevation gain and descent. I mean, for those who don't know this, I think it's like a rescue trail for like shipwrecks, kind of like the West Coast Trail. And whereas the West Coast Trail is kind of like the big famous national park that's like requires, permits and water taxis, Juan de Fuca is kind of this like accessible trail, but still in the same style. And because it's so accessible and because it kind of runs along a highway, it's like safer. And I think in that sense, it makes for like kind of not a better FKT goal, but a more athletically oriented FKT goal.
What does FKT stand for?
Fastest known time.
Nice. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so Matt Cecil had the record in 2014, 5 hours, 14 minutes. And then in the summer of 2021, this guy, Jacob Boyd, who I've become friends with, he's an awesome guy. He ran it in 5 hours, 10 minutes.
I'd kind of heard that people were running it. That was like 2008. And I heard people were running it back then. And I was like, that's crazy. It was the summer, 2021. Heat dome happens. And my tree planting season got cut early. And so I also happened to know that it was a very muddy trail. So it was kind of this like opportunistic kind of decision to like, oh, this trail is going to be really dry. I have 6 weeks to train for this. Let's see if we can give it a shot.
So when Jacob Boyd ran it in 5:10, it was still within the realm of, I thought I might want to try and go faster. So I reached out to Jacob over Instagram because we had some mutual friends. He's also a tree planter, and we hit it off, and he gave me tons of advice. We went for a fun run together, and yeah, we've just been in contact ever since. And yeah, super inspiring dude.
I was a little scared when I saw oh, someone's coming for that. Okay, that's cool. But also I wanted to meet Tyler. I tried to give him as much information as I could and help him do it. And so I'd say it's the minority part of me is don't take that from me. But a bigger part of me is let's see people run fast and just do better.
How's it feeling out there? Temperate. Oh, this is what we're looking for. Yeah, this is perfect. We're getting lucky today. It's October, what is it? October 2nd. October 2nd, and we haven't had rain for like 3 or 4 days. We're getting lucky. When I planned this run out, it was all rain. So something switched for us. We got that karma coming on.
The Lord is shining down.
Yes, Jesus loves us today.
Oh, speed, baby!
Glasses I had since I was like 14.
He feels the need for speed. His lucky glasses.
All right, brother.
All right,
See you.
frickin' crush it. Start your timers,
Like
folks.
47 kilometers.
Hell yeah, brother. Woo! Got it. All right, I'm gonna run behind Ty the entire time. And that's as far as I go.
I'm officially bushwhacking. I think this show is just getting started. There's a rough trail that I keep losing. Oh, here it is. I don't know where the it's taking me, but I'm following it. I have a strong feeling this isn't the Juan de Fuca Trail. Oh well. Plan B is have a nice day in the forest. Haha, back on trail. That was weird. Dumb, but at least I'm gonna make it home safe. I'm just cruising it in. I'm already 10 minutes behind the fastest known time on this trail, so I'm just gonna enjoy the rest. Forget about this one. Come back to it when it's the right time, but we're just gonna get through it for now. Ow! As best we can. Charlie horse.
How are we feeling, Ty?
I'm feeling all right.
How'd the run go?
Not super good, but I don't know. I think I just talked too much. The only thing that really sucks is not doing as well as I was hoping for, but also getting lost. That sucked.
Yeah, getting lost.
Yeah.
What was the time? What was the time?
So I came in at 5 hours 50 minutes.
50.
And yeah, I had around like 5 hours and 15 minutes. Once like 5 minutes had gone past, and I realized that I should probably just take her easy and cruise in, because I got a new training block coming up, and there's no sense in destroying myself and having a huge recovery. So took one on the chin, but
Fired up.
we're gonna be all right.
Hey, we're gonna be all right.
Well, it went pretty good, but it didn't go quite as planned. The first 30K, I was
on pace, maybe a little bit behind. It was a pretty hard effort, but I was in control. And then after Sombrio, I ended up getting lost, and I was bushwhacking in a section that I thought was the trail. And then after I finally got back on trail, I kind of just cruised it in, saved my legs instead of completely annihilating myself. I was pretty frustrated because Jacob told me that the trail is tricky to find after Sombrio, so I knew that that would be a place that I could possibly get lost. So when I actually got lost exactly where I thought I might, I was pretty disappointed. But I mean, that record is a really stout record, and I mean, if I don't get it on my first try, I think it's probably fine.
Yeah, I did my first bike race when I was 10 in 2003, and quickly after that I was fully obsessed with it. I was on the Canada Games team for 2013 on the road cycling and mountain biking team. After that, I chose road cycling to pursue, just because it gave you that opportunity to see more. You're doing longer courses and traveling so much of the country and the world. The ultimate goal was to keep pursuing road cycling until I was doing professional races all around the world. So I did spend one season pretty much at the level I wanted to be at. It was a team based out of Gatineau, Quebec called Lowest Rates, and we had a pretty good team and good sponsors, so we got invites to professional races in Canada, also in the States. And then right at the end of the season, when things started turning south, we for myself personally, we got invited to the Tour of Rwanda. So it was all going to come together and how I was envisioning my cycling career. But at the end of that season, I'd been riding so much and trying to maintain such a low body weight. Somebody with a big frame like myself really benefits from being lighter. Yeah, I think that's what contributed to my disc herniating. And that whole winter after that season, I was dealing with that injury. I think I was in a place where I could potentially ride again at the start of the next season, but I didn't feel comfortable just being a dead weight on the team, so I moved on with my life. It was like maybe 10 or 11 years of just obsessively working towards getting to a level where I could be racing really high level races around the world. And right when I got to that point in my career, I had to shut her down and walk away from it. So yeah, I've kind of swallowed the pill, but it took a long time for it to go down. I was pretty heartbroken for years. And the thing with road cycling is it's a huge commitment time-wise. So at this point, I have a really amazing career as a biologist, and I have other work that I like to do, and I just don't, it doesn't seem like I'll ever make the leap back to road cycling full time. So I was trying to figure out ways to fill that gap in my life that I had filled with cycling for so long. It made me start thinking that there's a world out there I don't know much about in the trail running, where they're running really cool courses, traveling around, high-level competition, and you're using like that really aerobic system that I spent so long working on.
That's still a great result, and that's kind of what we wanted. We weren't necessarily looking for a specific time. It's just the effort that we wanted to get in, so that when you do run that half marathon in a few weeks, that you feel ready for the speed, you know, and then you won't have the little hills and everything as much in this course. So I think you'll be just fine, and your body will remember this effort that you just did. So I'm really happy with that. You know, it's not a big deal that you took a little break, and it sounds like you were on pace for through 8.8K, which is awesome, and that's where we want to be. So yeah, I think we're good, and we can also learn from this not to go out too hard, because the course that you'll be running down here, the half marathon, it's pretty downhill at the beginning, so you do have to be really careful at the beginning, and we want to make sure that we don't go out too hard. I heard this quote actually by this famous ultra runner recently, that he said, "Start like a coward, finish like a hero." And I thought that was pretty cool, because yeah, you want to start out a little slower and then finish stronger near the end.
To prepare for my next go, I'm still focused on training, and I've got a lot of race experience since, so I'm getting better at pacing myself. I mixed in some shorter races. I did a half marathon in Utah that had a negative incline, so it was really fast. And then I did a 8K road race, and that was just like pure speed for an ultra runner like myself. But pretty much the main thing was sussing out this section after Sombrio so I don't get lost again, and really dialing in the trail. So today I'm gonna go for a run out past Sombrio, dial in this section, and then I should be able to cruise the trail pretty well. I mean, I don't want there to be any issues. I just want to focus on, you know, my steps and taking the right line, and knowing exactly where I'm going is just gonna make it so easy this time. All that's gonna matter is if I'm fit. Alright, I suck at braiding hair, but I took a crowdsource and apparently it's the fastest hairstyle. So get it tight, get it tight, get it right. You ever use one of these?
Oh,
They're so good.
you should be at the end there charging people to watch yourself, please. The other lot was pretty full. Oh, it was full, yeah. The other guy was looking for a spot. You got lucky. Have a good run.
Thank you. Go. I love this thing. So good. Going? I'm going. See ya. Yeah, buddy.
Bye, Kamba.
coming up on the time limit. Hope he's close. Yeah, nothing yet. I got him. I got him. Get ready.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, that's so hard. That was so fucking hard. I thought I was done. I thought I couldn't run anymore. And then I saw I was almost at the finish and I had to keep running. That's how it works. Let's go home.
I'd kind of like lost interest almost after like I saw 5 hours slip away, and I knew how hard it was going to be to finish between 5:10 and which was the record in 5 hours. It was still going to be really, really hard. When I finished, I was like stoked that I didn't allow the low to make me miss the whole record. I'm glad I actually, you know, still had a reason to push that hard. But I wasn't super, like, I wish that I didn't have that low, and I was just glad it was over, pretty much. I ran on July 8th, and then July 18th, a guy came down from Cumberland and broke the record by 10 minutes, took it under 5 hours, ran a beautifully paced effort on a trail that he's not even comfortable with, just showcasing some crazy fitness. Pretty much this whole project was based around the FKT on this trail being under 5 hours, so I mean, he did it for me, and we can move on. Okay, special sports update. On July 8th, I ran the Juan de Fuca Trail, broke Jacob Boyd's FKT by like 3 minutes. And then 10 days after, on July 18th, Logan Roots beat my FKT by like 10 minutes. And then today, Jacob went out and took it back from both of us, and he ran the whole Juan de Fuca Trail in 4 hours and 39 minutes.
I was already like, Tyler made it harder. And then I talked to Tyler and he's like, yeah, some guy just lowered it even more. And I'm like, oh God. Okay. It went really well. I really surprised myself. I thought I would come in a minute or two under Logan's time, but I think I've trained really hard for the last 3 months, like for maybe not for this goal, but a goal that's like pretty similar to it. So I guess that came through, and I don't know. I think like the lesson is just like, I'm not religious at all. I'm an atheist, agnostic atheist, but like faith is a huge component of running, and you have to have faith.
FKTs are really fun because nobody's chasing you in real life, so you can like really just focus on your own effort, really have a pure experience of just like pushing yourself in whatever environment like truly inspires you the most.
Running is just a beautiful way to connect with your body and move through a landscape. you're moving through nature and you're part of it, and it's so minimalist and like pure, and yeah, I just love it.
Alrighty then. See you later.